All right, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Monday, October 5th, 2020. Just a lovely day on Wall Street. Lovely, lovely day. And we have a lot to talk about here. Sure, stocks went higher, but that wasn't the real story. That is not the real story yet again. And my Lions, for those of you that follow this blog, you know already what the real story was. But we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about a few other things too. All right, so let's start off with the basics here. Yes, nice rally on Wall Street. Not a big surprise to you if you followed my blog. I told you yesterday, Sunday, when markets look ahead, that was the setup. All the news coming out, being flooded across the airwaves, how big pharma was going to profit today because of all the pushing of the drugs the president is on. Regeneron alone put on 7%. Big Pharma is loving this. Again, look, what happened here? Let's talk about this real quick. And I got to give credit where credit's due. I will give the president credit where credit is due, and it is due. The president pulled off something kind of amazing, and I am being deadly serious. What happened? Well, a couple of things. Big Pharma is doing phenomenal right now, especially pushing these high-priced drugs that the president is on. This was coming out all over the weekend. They were pushing the drugs, naming the companies that the president, the drugs that the president was on, and they rallied hard today. So we are making Big Pharma great again. It's pushing up the stock market, makes me happy. Okay, so again, thank you, Mr. President. Number two, how do you get people to stop talking about the president's taxes? You catch COVID-19. Look, with regard to this whole thing, and I posted a lot on this today, President Trump is a smart guy, and I am not lying. The president is taking advantage of the tax code. He didn't pay any taxes. This is a fact. Okay, I know there's a lot of Trump supporters saying, no, he did pay taxes. He paid millions. No, he didn't. He admitted during the last debate with Hillary Clinton, I am smart. That's what he said. And you know what? He is smart. Let me ask you, if you could legally not pay any taxes or have write-offs like your hairdo or whatever it might be, would you take them? Of course you would. It's legal. So again, hats off to you, Mr. President. Take advantage of the situation. You're doing, in my view, you're doing the right thing. Do I do the same thing, Mr. President? Yeah. I take advantage of everything I possibly can with regard to the tax code legally. We all should do that, okay? Period, the end. But it's kind of interesting how they pulled this off. Catch COVID, make Big Pharma great again. Catch COVID, stop talking about the taxes. I mean, it's amazing. This is a game. It's all a game. You know it. And everything else is conversation. You want to sit here and talk about the election? Who's going to win? Who's ahead in the polls? Great. You do that, but it's just conversation. It's all about the markets, period, the end. You don't believe me? Look at the stock market today, okay? It's all about the markets, and nothing else matters, seriously. And right now, and this is kind of funny, for months, I've explained to you, that this market is pricing in a Biden win. I am not saying, that I want Biden to win, or I want President Trump to win. I don't care if a farm animal wins. No, I really don't care. Okay, it doesn't matter to me. All I care about is the market. All right, and I have done an unbelievable job of keeping all of you on the right side of this market. Period. Can't be argued. There's just no way to argue that. But understand what's going on. You got fund managers coming out on the mainstream media, articles. You got Goldman Sachs today coming out today explaining that a Biden win would be bullish for the stock market. Be great for the stock market. What will it do for the economy? Well, that can be summed up real quick. More debt on an epic scale. You think it's bad now, and it is out of control. There's no doubt about it. The end game is quickly approaching. That is for the Federal Reserve to own it all. Okay, so their goal here is to issue more debt. What would be better for a central bank, the central bank of the world? Why is the Federal Reserve the central bank of the world? Because the U.S. dollar remains the world reserve. What could possibly be better for a central bank than putting a guy in there, a puppet, okay, who will vastly expand the debt. I'm not saying President Trump wouldn't do the same thing. There's no doubt about it. But the Democratic philosophy, more debt. It's much greater than the Republican philosophy of, let's make the rich richer and issue more debt too. So, either way, it's the same scenario. But under a Biden presidency, you can expect, and again, look, you name another guy anywhere else, probably in the world, that's been more accurate than I have with regard to what this market's going to do, when it's going to do it, well, then I'll listen to that person if they have an opposite view. But it should be easy to understand why the market wants Biden. More debt. Why the Wall Street banks want Biden. More debt. Does it matter that people will get taxed more? No. Does it matter anything else? How about a big fat no? All that matters is the central banks are going to inflate like you've never seen. And that's going to prop up the stock market. Period. That's it. Everything else is conversation. You can yell about it. You can scream about it. You can yell on the opposite side of the street to this guy who hates your guts because you're voting for Trump, or he hates you because you're voting for Biden. It doesn't matter. That's the design. That's what this whole thing is supposed to do. Divide and conquer. We've never been more divided than we have seen under this president and the last. Obama, Trump, wham, wham. Divided nation. A divided nation in an economic collapse. That's what we have right now. This is an economic meltdown of the highest order. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. But again, the lies, the propaganda will continue here. Job losses, tens of thousands, but they're going to tell you we're adding jobs, which we are not adding any jobs. Zero. And most of these jobs that have been lost are now permanently lost. You understand? This is an elimination. That's all this is. It's an extermination of the middle class. The two-tier society that I have explained would come about for about 10 years is in your face. Okay, now anyway. Again, my job here is to keep you on the right side of this from a financial standpoint. If you hate me because I'm talking about how the market wants Biden, well, I don't know what to tell you. That's the truth. That is the truth. All right? I'm not even saying he's going to win. I'm telling you that's what the market wants. That's why I'm urging caution here. There's still a lot of uncertainty in this market. I was in and out of a couple of positions today. I pulled profits all day long. I am in one position right now. And all my lions, all the subscribers to my newsletter know exactly what it is. If you want to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, allow me to help you in this market for free, well, there's a link in the description of this video. Sign up for my lovely newsletter. I'm up almost 40,000 people right now following it. And again, do I feel pressure because of that? A little bit, because I work very hard to give you all the best information I can come up with, and that includes explaining to you who will benefit here from a Joe Biden win. Number one, it will be the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve runs the world. The Federal Reserve's job here is to issue more debt. Like I just said, what would be better than to have a puppet in there? All presidents are puppet. You think President Trump's not a puppet? President Trump is not only a puppet, he's selling $2 bills, in case you don't know that, for $19.95. Yes, he is. Space Force $2 bills for $19.95. These are Federal Reserve notes. Is that how we make America great again? Making big pharma great again? Oh, absolutely. Look, none of these things, Biden is a thing, Trump is a thing, they're not on your side, okay? You have to look out for yourself. You have to look out for your family. You have to listen to someone, may not be me, who connects with you in a way that you can understand that is actually trying to help you. I am working my hardest here to try to help you. We are in the midst of the largest wealth transfer in the history of the world that we've ever seen before. And all I want to do is prevent you from being destroyed, prevent you from being fleeced here. Who's got your interest in mind? A president that's telling you we're in a super V-shaped recovery? Or a guy who's explaining to you we're in an economic meltdown here and this is what you need to do to fix it? Okay, you got that? I'm on your side. I don't care if you worship Trump or you worship Biden. I don't care. Okay? I'm trying to help you. That's all I'm trying to do. If we're not connecting, feel free to unsubscribe. Go listen to anyone else you want to. But if you're smart if you have enough brain cells to understand what I am explaining to you here, this is opportunity, people. This is opportunity. Now, going back to these markets real quick. Look, with crude oil putting on 6% today, or nearly 7% today, with the 10-year yield 0.77, this, not putting on, at 0.77, this market could clearly move higher. But in my view, there's nothing wrong with being cautious here. Why? Uncertainty. There still is a veil of uncertainty in this market that we, as traders, as stackers, must deal with. You understand? It's a very, very simple concept. And I will keep you all on top of this. There's no doubt about it. I will keep you all on top of it. Anyway, I hope I'm making sense to you. I really am. Greg Mannarino doesn't care who wins this election, okay? No matter who does, I will have the right strategy for you and myself to beat the market. I love beating this market. Let me explain this to you as clearly as I can. Nothing gets me off harder than beating this market. That's the truth. You see, I'm a competitive guy. You know, I like to street race. I have my freaking Hellcat. I got a Camaro Super Sport with nitrous oxide. I mean, last night I had my first little street engagement with some import. It was fun. He lost. Anyway, look, yeah, I'm a competitive guy. So when I'm in a trade here, okay, and I'm pulling profits, I do realize there's a guy on the opposite side, or a girl, who's on the opposite side of me, and they are losing. Does that make me feel good? Well, if they're going to mess with a lion, we're going to get eaten alive, okay? And that's just the way it is. It's nothing personal. It's just business. You understand? That guy or that girl on the opposite side of the trade wants me to lose. Personally, I want them to lose. That's just the way it works in this market as a trader, okay? We all take risk. You understand? I love it. It really gets Greg Mannarino off. You understand? It's probably the other reason why I really like doing this stuff. It really does, I don't know, helps me out. Anyway, look, so with that said, understand what I'm trying to do here, people. All I want to do is keep you on the right side of this market. If you can, for a moment, disconnect yourself from the trap that's been laid for you. It's a trap door. You're standing on a trap door. You understand? If you are so fixated on Republicans or on Democrats or whatever, you're going to lose. By design. By design. Make this system, this twisted environment we're in, work for you. That's it. And honestly, name another guy, I will read the comments, that's out here on YouTube or anywhere else, who is laying this out for you in such a way that anybody can win. Okay, anyway, look, with that said, I'm out of here. Long video. Please share it. Get it out there. I love all of you. That is the truth. And I promise to keep you ahead of this market like I've been doing for a very long time. See you in the morning.